The strength of your convictions. Of course, the riot at the Capitol is all anyone can talk about. For just about everyone except a few who are looking for power or political gain, it was a horrible violation of our democracy. But for all the pain that the last few months has cost us, I'm still surprised and amazed by the reversals. I don't agree with what was done at the Capitol, but perhaps surprisingly, I'm just as bothered by the cowardly reversals. We've heard stories, watching inspired movies where people go to the mat for what they believe in. Now, if you believe in something truly, you can't reverse yourself to save your ass. You stand by your beliefs. For all the pain it caused us, I'd like to believe that the people who pushed us over the edge really believed in what they did. The fact that they're running for the hills says something about them. And if you're going to argue that this is just the way politicians roll, then you've forgotten what the word hero means. Now, I'm not even talking about the rioters, though even some of them have denied that they are insurrectionists on camera when confronted by reporters. But the really disturbing part is, after all the passionate political posturing, all the seemingly stone-cold fighters for the cause, the ones at the top of the food chain have been the worst in simply walking back what they said. What can they possibly believe if, after a bit of legal intervention or suggestions that they may eventually have legal liability, someone decides to turn from patriot to misunderstood victim? If you are truly a hero of the 1776 variety, how can you just change your mind? The real patriots of 1776 would never have considered thinking that. Whatever I think about political insanity that has gripped the country on both sides of the aisle, the thing that has shocked me the most is the number of people who stand by ideas with a John Wayne-like glory and then say, "Oh, sorry, didn't mean it. Nothing to see here." Is that bravery? Donald Trump, who did not follow his crew down Pennsylvania Avenue as he said he would, and then literally denounced the invasion of the Capitol a few days after telling the world, that's what you get when you steal an election. Now, if he had the strength of his convictions, he never would have thrown his followers under the bus. No verbal support, no patriots. He did nothing for the people who risked their lives for him. Josh Hawley, who stood on the steps of the Capitol and fist bumped the rioters, now says, oh, he never meant to challenge the elections. Yet he joined with the countless of others to object to the elections already confirmed by the Electoral College. Yet today he acts like he was only being careful about the electoral correctness, just in case. Then there's Ted Cruz, a man who put up with Donald Trump's insulting his wife and his father, and then traded his dignity for petty power by supporting Trump. He too attacked the validity of the elections, but is now saying that he never meant to do that, but was making sure everything was done correctly. And finally, despite the "we're ready to die for this cause" propaganda pushed again and again, we have ridiculous new talking heads and a few party goons saying it wasn't a bunch of Trump supporters who invaded the Capitol, but Antifa or some other bizarre theory. The QAnon shaman and all those others who were quite vocal about who sent them and who they were acting for told us it was Trump. And if you believe the QAnon shaman and some of those other hardcore extremists are part of Antifa, I have a bridge to sell you. I'm not going to argue about the constitutionality of the state counts and confirmation of the Electoral College. I leave that to your conscience. But I think we need heroes. And if you're going to fake it, don't pretend you are brave. Thank you for listening.